What is going on? What is going on? Everybody in the house, what is going on? Wake up in Cleveland every single morning.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up.
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? It is DJ Tech Thursday, and I am seriously fighting the cold. It is what it is. We'll get through the day, but this is a long time coming. I have been hold on, let me move this over here. There we go. I have been fighting my entire family of like biohazards so much. The last couple of weeks have been literally me just trying to avoid, I don't know, anthrax. So I have been fighting this. It's still hanging on for dear life. Like, I don't consider myself to be truly sick yet, but I also don't consider myself to be healthy. Which kind of sucks because I got a shit ton of gigs this weekend and I got to fly on Sunday. And I got Boston Sunday, Monday. You know how it works. But that is life. So hopefully I can I'm absolutely drinking emergency. Okay, mom and dads. We're good here. As much as I appreciate all of your words of wisdom, I have a Jewish wife. So I can't do things without, trying to better myself. But for me, it's not just about vitamin C. It's about rest. And I haven't really gotten any rest lately. That's the issue. It's the rest. Hopefully, I can rest today after my calls. I'm still preparing for my presentation for Harvest and Sound and some other things. Oh, good old microwave broke. My over the range microwave decided to take a shit on me right before I had to leave. So we took the microwave down last night. I have to buy one and put it back up. Not my idea of a good time. I have to do it today because my family leaves tonight to go to a dance competition. I won't be there because I'm working. And I'm working Friday, Saturday, and then flying on Sunday. It is what it is. Sometimes you got to miss things. It feels like life is about spending money. It's funny because I was thinking the same thing. Every so often, you find yourself kind of planning for future. Okay, I have this event and I have this event and I have this one. And then you start doing the math. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to make this extra money. Because obviously, through my DJ company, I'm on a salary. Okay, my partner and I are on a salary. So every single week, we get a check. That doesn't change though. So if I want to increase my income for a certain month, like say, for instance, I don't know, the holiday season and it's Hanukkah and Christmas and all these things, I got to work more. So, fortunately, I have several people that book me over the month, and that's good. So I'm like, okay, cool. I have all these extras, so I'm gonna have this much in extra money, and I have to use these terms because extra is a relative and kind of a bullshit concept. It always seems like every time you're like, okay, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have this, I'm going to be able to do this, I want to buy this, something breaks. Hey, don't forget, you got to pay this bill. Hey, don't forget, gotta knock down this credit card. Hey, don't forget, your microwave just broke. Hey, don't forget, your family has to go to a convention, and they're going to be in a hotel all weekend, doing all the hotel things and eating. Eating. Damn, it's not the food, but every time they go to hotels, they spend just a crap ton of money. Just like, oh, we're going to go to this restaurant, and all the kids are going to this restaurant, and all the people are blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, you're like, where did all the money go? Into their bellies. So yeah, had some plans, but it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, in a strange way, that's what money's for. In a strange way, you may, in certain circumstances, not be on the other side. You might be on the side that's like, wow, my microwave just broke. Wow, my family's going on to some convention. Wow, they have to eat. And then you stop and you think, and I don't have any money to pay for any of this. So you gotta look. Yeah, I understand about the emergency fund. That's where I completely get and agree with what you're saying, but I'm not talking about the emergency fund. The emergency fund is like, oh shit, there's a hole in my roof, not, oh, hey, I'm gonna, oh, I want to buy this. That you don't use your emergency fund on that type of stuff, so that's, I have lines that I draw, it's just the same thing as like all the YouTube money and all the stuff that goes into your accounts and stuff. And, your wife's like, hey, we have to do this, we have to do that. I'm like, I don't have any money for that. I don't have any money for that because I don't consider the extra stuff. I don't consider that to be part of my standard income savings. So I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed about it. It's just like, oh, I had plans that I wanted to do with other things. It's almost like, you get some tip money and you're like, all of a sudden you every week, your clients are tipping you. And then all of a sudden you look at you were throwing it in a drawer or whatever. And then you finally pull it out. You're like, oh my God, there's $1,000 here. What do I want to do with this extra $1,000 that I didn't have before? So that's the way I look at it. And for some reason, it happens all the time. I thought I was keep the wife happy fund. The wife is happy enough. I I started life with the keep the wife happy fund. And then the fund dried up. And legitimately, this was a while ago, and we got into a serious issue because I was trying to keep the wife happy fund. And after that point, I'm like, this will never happen again. We're going to keep you moderately content. Some days you'll be happy, some days you'll be content, and some days you'll be angry. That's where we are. That's where we are. You can put that on a shirt. Okay. So I'm hoping that these drugs kick in any minute now, and I can actually clear up some stuff here. But if not, it is what it is. My tissue. My tissue. Whatever. Okay, so today we are going to just kind of obviously talk about DJay Tech. We'll talk a little bit about DJay 5.0. Maybe we'll open it up and, run some stuff. That's kind of the plan. I'm very, very, very impressed with DJay 5.0, but my nose is dripping, so I have to find a tissue. So I'm not impressed with my nose. So please hold for half a second here. Mobile DJ, that's you. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself some battery-powered stuff. Now, I'm not talking about getting big battery-powered backup. What I'm really talking about here is get yourself some battery-powered components. This weekend, rainy season in California, we are doing our party. Power goes out. Kids are sad. Kids are crying. They got to go home soon because there's no lighting in there. But we had brought some wireless battery powered up lights. Some Mackie Thumb Goes. My microphone could have been wired, but I had my X5 wireless XLRs. The Mackie Thumb Go with Bluetooth. I set my Serato to Bluetooth to the Mackie Thumb Go, and then I DJ'd right from there. DJing with Bluetooth is so tough. 30 minutes later, the lighting came back on. My equipment came back on. We were rocking like it never stopped. Get yourself some battery powered stuff. It can save your life. Okay, so let's take a look at the questions that are way in the way of, I hate putting the keyboard on here, but it is what it is. Let's move over to the questions and see if we have anything we need to discuss. By the way, just want to say hello to everybody in the house, starting with the members, T Dizzle, Keith Just, Lance Jackson, Robert Nestor, and DJay G. Kenny. Thank you so much for being members of the team. They're the ones with the green bubbles. So if you are akin to helping out, with the channel and supporting the channel, you can become a member. It's a join button or a member button. It's always different on whichever device you're using. And then there's always super chat. So anything that you can do to support the channel, I appreciate. Also, your subscriptions are very, very important. Speaking of, finally on IG, I hit 30,000, which I was very happy with. I don't know. 30,000 was just a number that was in my head. It was like, that's a milestone number. 30,000. I just remember how, I think I was at, I might've been at 12,000, like a few months ago, maybe a year ago. And then I hit 2 major viral videos. Well, probably a little more. My videos have been doing really, really well lately. And one in particular was just a dance video that I posted about some dancers. DJay, it was a DJ, little kid DJ. You guys have seen this video. And I posted it and it did well. And I was like, okay, totally forgot about it. And then I don't know, maybe 3 months later, all of a sudden, I started getting all these notifications. I wake up one morning and there's 1,000 notifications. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, why are all these people following me all of a sudden? And I had all these follows and I was getting 1,000 every day, for a week straight. And then that video did well. The important thing about that particular video it was the amount of females that were following. Males are males, but the females that follow, and I think it might've been reposted by Missy, or Missy had jumped on and said something it was something silly, almost Nick Spinelli-ish. And then my numbers just shot up. And then I posted another video. Again, didn't see much traction. I mean, there's been a couple of videos that I considered taking down because I'm like, it must not be that good and people aren't really responding to it. And then, weeks later, months later, all of a sudden, somebody reposted it and then the thing just takes off. So it's been really, really good. But the funny thing was I hit 29,000 a couple of months ago. And, you're trying to, that 1,000 is always a weird number trying to get to. And it just I got to 29,900. It was 29.9, at least in my display. And it just stopped. I was getting one follow. I'm like, what the hell happened? I just became unpopular, but my numbers were all great. It was just that the females weren't watching, certain videos, or it wasn't kind of popping out there. Lots of DJs, lots of dudes, and which is fine. I'm cool with that. And yeah, it just sat at 29.9 forever. And then finally it started picking up again. And so I just hit 30,000 yesterday or the day before. So very happy with myself. I pat myself on the back. I pat myself on the back for a couple of reasons. DJ Lab in the building. What's going on, fam? A couple of reasons. One, because just like my YouTube, just like my Twitch, I have never once paid for likes, views, numbers, members. I've never once done that. Everything I've ever done has been completely grassroots and is just because I've been on the grind. I know tons of people that, their numbers are impressive. And then you look at their actual activity and then you realize, oh, that was paid for. Oh, that's weird. You have 85,000 followers and yet all of your content gets like 40 likes. That number doesn't add up. It's real easy to see who's fake and who's not. It's absolutely real easy. Especially on IG. You can literally look at their content and just look at their posts. See, what's their comment section like? What's their like count section like? So I've built this completely from scratch and, just like YouTube. I mean, all the things I could look better. I don't even have a check mark. Cause I don't know what it does yet. I still don't know what the check box on Instagram does for you besides give Mark Zuckerberg money. I'm waiting for that incentive to become, verified before I pay any money. So I'm just sitting here like, I don't really need it. Now, if there really is some real true security things and, your content's not getting swallowed up because you're not paying, different story, but I've yet to see any change. Anyway, Mixmaster G in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. DJ Metro, what's going on? Mac Joseph, verified doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it used to be a badge. Like, hey, I've been doing well enough to where I deserve this badge, but now everybody can do it. Well, I go live myself, my birthday rant. Oh, happy birthday, fam. Happy birthday. That's dope. That's very dope. So, hey, go do what you got to do, man. I get it. What are you going to rant about? Birthdays? Your cake was not big enough? Too many candles on the cake? It hurt your eyes? Vision just jacked up? Smoke inhalation? DJs who don't comment on my birthday? I'm going to have a 50-minute rant on the fact that you don't appreciate me on my birthday. I'm playing. 50. Congratulations. That's a great accomplishment. That is a great accomplishment. Are you doing anything large? I mean, it's 50. So are you doing anything that's special to you? I'll be there soon enough. But you'll always be older than me. So there's that. Mm-hmm. I would absolutely. I always DJ on my birthdays. Always. I don't like not DJing on my birthday. Fortunately for me, my birthday this month, which is in January, January 18th, in case you didn't know, is on a Friday. No, I'm sorry. It's on a Thursday. My big one, is on a Friday. So I'm gonna go all out on that one, unless my family spends all my money, and then I have no ability to do that. Philip Tan in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. DJ Lopes, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, I'm missing the light. I think I had unplugged it. I'm pulling too much power in this office. My circuit breakers do not like the amount of power I'm pulling from this office, so I have to be cautious about what I do. I'm actually surprised, honestly. I'm surprised that this circuit doesn't go out on the show. It's never gone out on the show. Because this is the circuit that always goes out, and I can hear it because my my other broadcast area, the speakers where I DJ and everything, are all plugged in. So when the power switch swaps off, I hear the speakers just kind of make a little pop, and I'm just like, what is that? It's always this room. So I'm surprised that this doesn't go down. It never goes down. So yes, January 18th is my birthday. The big one. Everybody walks around in boxer shorts or just sweatpants. And do we just see? It's a 20 amp circuit, Drew. And it's a 20 amp circuit. It's just, there's something. The one thing about my house was when we bought it, and we tested all the wiring, and they had just replaced all the wiring, and then the inspector was like, no, it's great. It's great. It's great. It's not great. I have random switches. I'm gonna have to call. It's never a big deal. It's just like every so often, they're very sensitive circuits. Very sensitive circuits. DJ Dale, get another Capricorn. Another Capricorn. Good. God is a fan of Cleveland Terry. It's something. Because obviously, well, during Twitch, it would jump off a lot more. Anyway, okay, so let's see if we have any real questions before we get into any of this stuff. I'm gonna move this controller. I was testing out DJay yesterday just to see if it there's one main reason that that I love DJay and have a slight issue with DJay. And it still does a couple of the things, but a lot of the things are so impressive now. So impressive. They're doing some really cool things. I do want to test one thing. The problem is it is a regular song, and I'm going to be demonetized. How do I feel about DJing with sticks? Do you get errors? Do I get errors? You mean DJing with USB sticks? Not that I can remember. What errors are you referring to? Okay, let's see here. DJay 5.0 is what Engine 3.3 wishes it was and should have been. Truth spoken, says Biggie Smalls. I understand what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. What I don't agree with is where Engine Prime should be versus where DJay. DJay has been around for a while. It's an established DJ software. I don't feel that Prime is. Engine is it's newer, So I'm more impressed by how quickly they've gotten to a certain level than I am anything else. But DJay has been a really good app with some strangely major flaws in my book for a while. Almost deal breakers for me. Now, that's the thing, because I think a lot of people will walk in and go, what do you mean? DJ is amazing. Virtual DJ is amazing. I'm like, yes, it's all amazing. The problem is it would do some things that really mess with me. One of the things, and remember, I'm using turntables. I'm using the Rev 7. So DJay has some weaknesses with moving platters. That's the biggest issue that I have with DJay is the moving platter issue. Specifically, and I don't know if anybody can tell me, because I only experience it really on the Rev 7. And that is when I'm scratching, it feels like it's it's a very interesting concept, and I think I can't find the setting, so I'm gonna explain it, and then if you guys know a setting, you let me know. When you are scratching with DJay, it seems like it turns the pitch lock key lock off and allows you to kind of scratch natively, right? The problem is I don't necessarily want that when I'm using a controller, even if it does have moving platters. So I've noticed that when I'm scratching, the pitch changes. It goes to normal, basically, and then the key is off, even though I don't change the key. And when I release the jog, the key changes back to whichever one was supposed to be key locked on. Has anybody else experienced that? Now, if I try this, and I'll switch boards, I'll open up the Rev 5. Wait, is the Rev 5? The Rev 5 is not. I don't think it's updated yet. Is Rev 5 updated for DJay? It happens with the Rain 12 too. You know, I don't. Well, okay, it happens with the Rain 12 on DJay, so it is a thing. Okay. All right, gotcha. And same happens in Serato with Scratch Bang. Yes, Mac, you're right, but it doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound the same. So that's really my only issue with it. And I mean, everything else is no, not yes and no. Main is VDJ, ceremonies or DJ. I've used it as a test for a small event, but it's just not as good yet. Well, Matthew, it's just not as good yet up until 5.0, because I will say the Rain 12. I'm sorry, Rain 12. I'm looking at somebody talking about Rain 12. The algorithm DJ now is very, very impressive. So Fluid Beat Grid is absolutely impressive, but that's what I was saying. I'm curious to know, because I know the beat grids will adjust to time, but I'm curious to know if you have two songs and they're synced together and you drop it on the one and everything's on beat, if there are fluctuations in both jogs, will they both readjust themselves? That's my big question. That's what I want to test today. But I got to find I don't think I have anything. I'm going to have to play some regular copywritten music. If they lock the sync, they should. They should, Matthew. But that's the question mark. It wobbles around a little, but doesn't correct itself. Test time. The beat grid is a step forward. I mean, utilizing the AI. Now it is weird though. It's the only thing that's weird about it is it's a fluid beat grid. So you think, everything's good, and then you're looking at your BPM counter in DJay, and you load up a new song, and you're like, okay, let me do this, and then the song goes from like 99 to like 98, and you're like, oh wait, you go to adjust your your other pitch again to bring it back to the number, and then the number goes back up again. So there is it's a thing that a lot of people that use sync are going to absolutely love. I don't use sync every single time. I just don't. So they're going to be in heaven, and then other people like me that are used to going, okay, either using your ear or looking at the beat counter, it does mess with you a little bit. One of the reasons that I don't use just slam every time. That's true. That's very true. One of the reasons why I don't like to use sync all the time. One of the reasons it always messes with me. You get used to the habit and you get used to not worrying about that. And then you go on a different controller or different turntables, or using turntables or whatever, and everything is off. Everything is off. So I'm not a personal fan of um of using sync all the time. You know, it is what it. Just like I don't use plus 16, I use plus 8. I could use plus 16. Pretty much every controller uses plus 16, but the problem is I use turntables too. So if you move to turntables and all of a sudden those 1200 MK3s only go up to plus 8, it messes with your entire ability to DJ. If you've always been DJing on plus 16 and then you move to turntables, it'll mess you up for a while. It'll mess you up. So that's my only issue. That's really my only issue. But let's see here. Let me load it up. I'm gonna have to put my plug my computer in. The other thing that I will say, it's so much better on my MacBook Pro 14 than it is with Serato. My battery just continues to last with DJay. It's just optimized. It just works so much more efficiently. That is the one thing I will say. And they did something with the visuals. It looks better. It's easier to read. The colors pop more. It's a very good update. It's a very good. I don't use sync in my 20 years. Trueco says, I won't go that far. I use sync. So this is when I use sync. I use sync really 2 reasons, right? If I'm doing an event, and let's say I gotta pop to a new song because I have MCs and there's routines in our stuff and bar mitzvahs and all those things, and there's all these little things you have to make sure you go to. So I'm constantly changing up the music. How do I like the Procaster? I like it. I like the Rodecaster. I'm using it. I must like it if I'm using it. It's fine. Is it the best one out here? I mean, I guess technically, but it's I have a couple of them, and the difference is they're all good. The DLZ Creator is fantastic. It's just too big. The Rode Podcaster is very, very good. I have a Rodecaster from Rodecaster. It's not Rodecaster because this is Rodecaster. It's Mixcast from Tascam. That's also very, very good. Really, for me, because I'm not pulling in multiple people. The issue is that I just need the mic to sound good. That's it. Just need the mic to sound good. And every single podcaster tile mixer has been great with it. Everyone. I don't love the ins and outs on this one as much as I did on the Mixcaster. Anyway, go back to the sync topic. You're so selfish, Mac. You're just selfish. It was the second time he asked that question, so I had to answer. Okay, so first time I'm going through music a lot. So sometimes I'll have to load a track and then just bam, hit the sync button. So I'm right on. That's the one thing. And the second time I use sync is if I'm doing either multiple events that day, or if the event is a long ass event, it's a 6-hour, 7-hour event where I'm DJing nonstop, then I will use the sync. But look, I know it's semantics. I know this, right? Because first off, I can DJ by ear. So let's just put that out there. But I know that I'm looking at the jog wheels on the Rev 7. I'm looking at which you can't do in DJ. That's another little thing. I'm looking at, the BPM counter on the actual computer. So you're in effect already cheating, so sync shouldn't be a problem. But I just don't like it. It's just, I don't know. For me, there are windows. If I'm able to just pull the BPM up, then I'll do it. Another thing that DJay does is the same thing that virtual DJ does for me, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Haven't liked it, and they continue to do it. And it's a very simple thing. My overhead is not in. I did an event this weekend where I shot video, so my overhead camera is not just plugged in. I just realized that. Um, my biggest issue, and maybe there's a setting, but I don't think so. I think I looked for the setting. Is that when you are uh obviously when you're DJing and then you do an instant double, it's going to disregard the pitch faders. I get that. And I have come to expect that. Makes it easy, especially when you're doing, when you're doing doubles and, juggles and all that stuff. Like, it comes in handy. What I don't like, and please tell me if there's an override. What I don't like is when I load up a track and it's also discounting where the fader is. So, say I'm at 100 beats over here, right? And then I load a track on the other side. And let's say I had you sync at one point. When I go to load another track, it puts it in the right BPM. The new loaded BPM is on there. So let's say that's 102. If I load that track in, it's going to be 102 on here. The problem is on the pitch fader, it doesn't, that's not the number it's supposed to be at. Maybe the pitch is actually set to 98, and it's not doing it. I have to do this whole move up and move down thing to reset the pitch. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I mean, honestly, I cannot stand that. I don't like it in virtual DJ, and I don't like it in DJay. So is there a way to turn that off? So it will basically say, look for the pitch position and set the BPM according to that. Because that's what we do in regular turntables. You can't just, you know what I mean? So that's my biggest issue. I know it's not a big deal, especially if you're using sync, and it doesn't matter. Serato does not do that, Kalo. Serato remembers memory positions. I will demonstrate. Let's load this bad boy up. Philip in the house, what's going on? Soft takeover mode. All right, well, we're gonna test it out, and if we can get it to work properly, I will be a happy camper, and I will use DJay, at least for a month or so. I want to try it out long term. Okay, all right. This is gonna be awkward because I don't have an overhead, and I need to set up my HDMI. So hold on for half a second here. Okay. What shall I put on? See, I'm thinking too much. I should not be thinking too much yet. Damn, that's an old video. That is an old video. Oh, I don't have my XLRs in. Damn it. I gotta change it up. Hold on, let me get my XLRs in. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see if ooh, let's see if all right. Okay. So let's open up. All right. So first we have Serato, and I had to reset my board. So my oh, my stems are all over the place right now. All right, but let's see what I want to do here. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? So you can't see this, right? But let's say you see that Santa Cruz over there. I'm going to drop this down, and you see how it went to 64? See that? I'm just moving the fader up and down right now. It is remembering where I should have it. So if I load another song, let's say this is 92, I have the pitch at -8. If I load it in, it's at 87. But where it's supposed to be is 95. So in Serato, when I load it, it remembers that. The only time it overrides the fader is when I do an instant double. That's it. When I do an instant double, that's when you see it. So the problem is for me is it actually adds a step. It actually adds a step while I'm DJing if I use DJay to get it to be on. So here, let me. All right. So, and if there's a setting, which we will do, we'll figure it out. So let's say, for instance, in so now, technically speaking, this sorry, this okay. This controller has a built-in scratch section, you know, called their instant scratch. So it's functioning more like a regular piece of vinyl, regular piece of turntable, right? So when I'm doing that, you no matter what, you know, the pitch is kind of remaining the same. And if I were to take a regular sample, and where is my scratch things here? There we go. See, it's moving down. By the way, I hate this beat. It's not a beat that I would normally use. So obviously the key sync's on. So if I go to the scratch bank, and so sorry, I can't do it. I'm just stand it up. So it's changing. You can hear it being affected because the key lock is off. This is on. So that's on. So you can hear it, but it's very, very subtle. It's very subtle. Now, if I go over to DJay, see, it even takes forever to shut down Serato. They really got to work on this. All right, then let's go to DJay. Technically, I should have just kept them both up. And let's see how fast this thing. And look, we are already up and already ready to go. That's the key here. That is stupid fast. All right. And where is the same scratch? Use this one. This one's fine. You hear that? You hear that? It's more defined. So that's a problem as I'm doing it. Like, so if I'm doing a regular scratch, or if I'm scratching in, which is more important. Actually, let's do. See that? You hear that? So for me, I can hear that wobble, that warble. That is my only issue. So if you're dealing with certain things, and I'll do it on I'm trying to think of a song that I was using yesterday that was really messing with me. It was a female voice, and I was wait. Oh, I remember now. Okay. Actually, that's down here. Hey, Cash App. I like when I see Cash App. Hear that? Now, do you see what I'm saying? That little thing right there. If I am using like a regular beat and it's coming in, and I'm playing and I'm trying to be on key, that's where it should be. Hear that? Right there. That doesn't happen in Serato. That doesn't happen. So that is the only problem that I absolutely have with DJay. Now, the funny thing is, it's only on the moving platters. If I pull that same thing up and I use like, you know, the Flex 4, then I don't have that problem. You know, but that's the biggest issue for me. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. But I hear it, and I don't hear it on other things. So, you know, that's my only, and you can hear it because watch. If I drop it down, see, listen. Now I've moved the pitch fader down to -8. Hear that? So if I'm rocking with things that are not in the same key, that's a little annoying to me. So that's my only thing. Now we can go into settings, and I will admit, look, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy that's always using DJay. So I know that there are things that I'm absolutely, uh, not used to this one. So let's go up into settings and come on, you guys are DJay pros. Now I did see one thing here. If I go to deck and there's a key here and it says pitch enabled, I find that if I flip that off, but it keeps turning on by default. If I pitch that off, it's not as bad. Now the key is taking over. Because this is her really. So you see? So a little bit of an issue for me. A little bit of an issue. Oh, you didn't hear a thing that I just did there. Oh, you did. Okay. So yeah, so that's really my only issue. And again, I know you can't see it right now, but the overhead, if I'm loading in a track, give me some, oh, I can use that. That would be perfect. Okay. All right. It is on -8 right now at 87 beats per minute. Here's the thing. Right now, I just loaded the track in. It's on -8 at 88. I'm moving the fader right now. I just loaded the track in, so I have to turn this guy off too. I'm moving the fader, and now when I hit finally it connects where it's supposed to be, then we're good. But I just don't love the fact that the reset, you have to get past that. And that shouldn't be doing that either. I should not be able to hear that. So this setting that I have here on deck 1, it says pitch enabled. So, oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. That didn't sound good. So it didn't change anything. And key lock is key lock, obviously. That turns it off. Okay. So we know we need key lock on, obviously. And pitch enable comes back on. So if pitch is enabled, if I loaded another track, I'm assuming that means if I have it disabled, it's going to load the track in the speed it's supposed to. So let's see. Nope. Actually, maybe it did it on that one. Hold on. No, it didn't. Yeah, because it was supposed to be at 78.2. So that's an issue. That's the issue that I have. That's an easy fix. Soft takeover mode. Okay, so where is soft takeover mode at? Can't just say something and expect me to know. I'm not that guy. Is it in settings? I'm waiting on an answer here. If they have it. You don't know either. You don't know either. I don't think they have it, in all honesty. I think that it's just stuck on there. DJay doesn't have library issues. I like, okay, look, if you're coming from Serato, DJay does not have library issues. If you're coming from Serato, it's the best library on the planet, even though, I know there are better ones. I could have sworn that I used to be able to used to be able to search my crates. I could have sworn that there was a search function in, but maybe that's on Record Box. And I'm mixing things together. I do love, in case you guys were wondering, if you look over here, you got all of your different musical folders. Like you got, this is the DJ folder, algorithm DJ folder. This is iTunes. This is Serato. And then, title, beat source. The good thing about it is, for the most part, it actually, it keeps all your crates, and it keeps them in order if you know the place to change the order, which is slightly annoying because it's not really a label. Which one is it? Is it this one? No. It is, there's a blank folder here. That one? No. Where did I put it? Because it's not under grouping. Maybe this one. Oh, I'm in the wrong I'm in the wrong one. Sorry. My bad. All right. So if I were to change this grouping to say BPM, if I go to, which one is it? I think it's this weirdly blank one. Nope. Maybe it is grouping. No, color, which is very, very weird. But when I put it to color, it goes back in the order that I had it in. Anyway, very weird. Okay, self takeover keeps the value the same, so you're not jumping values. Yeah, right. Well, that's what Serato has. It only takes over on instant doubles, which is always the problem with it. Is when you do instant doubles on like turntables, unless you're using the Rain 12s, I don't know if it does it on the Cross 12s. I'll find out on Tuesday. Tuesday. If you instant double, it also does the ignore the crossfader section. It's the only thing. But if you're using like vinyl and phase, it won't do that. So if you're used to doing really fast instant doubles and doing a beat jump on the instant double to get yourself quick there, that's not something you would do on turntables. So there are these weird, like forced limitations when you use turntables that's hard to get rid of, because if you're going to go back to turntables, you got to keep 1 foot back in analog versus going 100% digital for me using vinyl. If I wasn't using vinyl, like if I wasn't using the actual 1200s or PLX 1000s or whatever, and I never went back to turntables, I can totally understand people like going, well, I just use sync all the time. I don't care. It's just what it is. Like, I can totally understand that. Makes perfect sense. The pitch fader kind of becomes irrelevant at that point. So I get it. I love messing with my faders, man. I know it's not for everybody. I get it, but I'm just old school, and something about it's the same thing as using like your iPad as like your MPC, 2000, because how you can make music on your iPad. You can use your iPad as a controller for it, and it can be like a standard like MPC style pad modes. I hate using it. I hate not having tactile buttons. Now, I don't want tactile for everything. I don't. But certain things just feels like I need to have buttons. I need to have buttons if I'm playing a note, and the way I hold it changes the force of what I'm playing. So it's little things like that where I just like it, and I just love being able to mess with my faders. If you guys can mess with knobs, all you EDM people, why can't I mess with my pitch fader? I mean, I'd rather mess with my pitch fader than my knob. I have better control. But just play good music. If that's not the most cliche statement you can say. Yes, we should all be playing good music. We definitely should. But I don't know. When people are looking at me, I feel like if I'm loading a new track in and I don't hit the pitch faders, people are like, clown, poser. I don't know. It's one of those indications to me. Like, how much are you DJing? I know it's dumb, but it's one of those things. All right. I mean, we know the fluid beat gets work. I mean, I could play, any type of song. What's a good one that changes tempo? See, but I can't play it out loud. But this will be, so actually turn down for what? We can use one of those and we'll just see what it does. You'll see, you won't hear. All right, what is the command for search everything? Okay, hold on. Where you at? All right, what is my shift? Let's try this one. Why is my search not working? Okay. All right. So this is a transition track. So first we're gonna watch it drop down. Turn down for what? And it should be slowing down. It hasn't slowed down yet. It hasn't slowed down. Now it's slowing down. That's actually pretty fast. Okay. So the beat did change. The beat did drop down. So that's good. Now, curious to know what happens if we sync another track onto this. If it's going to remain. What's another one? Okay, so this will be good. This will be good. Okay, yeah, this one will be good. Sorry, boys and girls. Hold on. Okay. I'm going into a cough fit, so hold on. Very interesting. While that was playing, I did try to use two different transition tracks that both start out at about 100 and something, 130 beats per minute. So this is a turn down for what transition track? And as you can see, it's at 128. This one is at 127. They're both on beat. I'm going to have this one stay with it. Now, here's the thing already. This is the thing I've already noticed. For whatever reason, why is it, explain this to me, that when I have sync on and then I press the cue point again, does the sync turn itself off? Because that's what it's doing right now. The beat's on. See, right now, they're both on, but if I hit the cue point again, the sync's off again. Why does the sync keep turning off on me? So the sync turns off. The sync turns off when it senses the BPM transition. So you keep saying check your settings, but remember, I'm not the guy. I know DJ to a point. So where am I checking sync settings specifically? I'm getting reflection. Oh, that's better. Okay. All right. Song load. All right, sync type, BPM only. BPM and beats. So let's change that to BPM and beats. It says maintain sync on song load. Exit sync on pause, scratch, or cue jump. Let's turn that off then. All right. And let's just keep it on BPM only for the moment. And let's see what happens. Thanks for your help. Nobody's helping. Damn it. Why did it freeze up? You can't see it, but it's okay. My computer is moving. Hold on. Looks like my HDMI is frozen. Hold on. It's gonna go off for a second. Oh, it's doing that dumbass thing. Okay. All right, hold on. It's doing this dumbass thing. Sorry. Okay, that's it. This is an OBS thing. Okay, where's that stupid thing at? Display. Okay, not that. I gotta do a better job of labeling my. Here we go. Overhead. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go again. All right, let's try this one more time. All right, so. All right, we're going to turn the sync on. All right, they're both on. Although the ding is already off. All right, definitely not staying on. All right, I can already see it. So it's not syncing that way. And the reason why, in case anybody was coming in and they were wondering, um, uh, what I'm trying to accomplish is I want to make sure that if I'm playing live bands in two different bands and I have to sync on, that it's adjusting for it. I don't think that it is. I mean, obviously the BPM display on the one that you're playing is adjusting, but and they're both adjusting themselves, but they don't talk to one another unless I'm missing a setting. Yeah, that's a crossfader effects. That's a new feature too, which we can talk about. So I'm gonna change this to BPM and beats. And I won't worry about that. We're not gonna exit sync on pause, scratch, or Q jump, which is what I did, the Q jump. All right, so try it again. 1. And we're gonna sync this one. So now they're synced together. I can hear them on my side. They're trying. And they caught it. It's off again. Okay, so that worked. When I changed sync to BPM and beats, not just BPM. It wasn't exactly on. Here. It wasn't exactly on. Told you. You're not telling me anything. I'm waiting for you to tell me. I'm waiting for you to tell me all the special things. Yeah, the sync I wanted on. I don't really care about the pitch. The pitch is going to remain itself. That's fine. What I was concerned about was the tempo dropping down and then it actually, you know, everything dropping down. Here, but here's the thing. As I just said, we're on. All right, hold on. Why is it still running slow right now? Well, that's interesting. All right. One thing that when I hit the Q point again, it remained on the original on the secondary sync. But interesting. Hold on. Because it should have been at 128. At least the sync button staying on, which is good. All right. It's on beat. It's on. It's on. It is on. It is on. Okay. Now, 4 beats. You can even drop it down to 1 beat, which seems intense, but let's try 1 beat. Let's try 1 beat. You did it, Mac Joseph. Let's try 1 beat. But again, this is what I'm saying though. So I try to go back to the original part of it on Q.1, which should be sitting at 128, but it will not reset to that unless I do the thing. Okay, so we'll try the 1 beat. Now this is on one beat. All right, so it's on. Now, I don't know if one beat or 4 beats were better or worse. But I do recognize that there are certain points in it where it's definitely off a little bit. Now, for most people, maybe it won't matter, because they're off and and it catches itself but it caught itself. That's the key. It caught itself. So even if you weren't on, or if you were running like an auto mix, I mean, technically you wouldn't have to do anything. Matt, so that actually, you can do that in virtual DJ. You can't do it in algorithm yet, but you can do it in virtual DJ. That's one of the cool things about their auto mix. Probably one of the best things about virtual DJ is their auto mix. Okay. So there's another track I want to do. There are 2 tracks. One is Ring My Bell. I haven't done this mix in a long time, so I can't remember the other song. I think it's Shake Your Groove Thing and Ring My Bell. Shake Your Groove Thing and Ring My Bell. All right, let's pull those 2 up, because there's a point. We'll keep it on we can keep it on 1 beat. Because what I want to do is, I'll just show you. Make it easy. So 1 is Ring My Bell. And if you ever mixed Ring My Bell, you guys know it's a nightmare. And I think it was hold on, it's Ring My Bell, and I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the song that I normally mix out of. I think it's Shake Your Groove Thing. Let's try that one. I know I have a shit ton of these. I got to get rid of them. I know this. Actually, I got rid of most of them, so that's good. Is this the one? Or is this the one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. All right. Now, I just loaded that track up, and it's still sitting at 100 beats per minute. It shouldn't be. So, maintain song on load. Let's turn that off. And let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm curious if I turn the cue point on. Okay, so we got Shake Your Groove Thing and then Ring My Bell. I'm not going to do anything to the track. All I'm going to do is sync them together, but I have to hear them in my thing here. I'm trying to avoid not being demonetized. I'm trying to avoid that. So hold on. You can see it on the thing. All right. All right. Sync button. Okay. Now, this part, there's always a variation, and I'll show you what's going on. I have to normally speed it up right here, and then I have to slow it down. You heard that little thing? That did it. That did it. I have always had to account and adjust for those two tracks together. I have always had to. And I did not have to. I did not have to. Well, I wouldn't want it to engage sync as I cross over because I'm blending as I go. So why would I want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. That wouldn't make any sense. Because the way, at least the way I DJ, you know, the beats, I'm hitting the cue point when I'm going. So it would already be in sync. You get what I'm saying? Are we talking about the auto mix? I don't know. So it did exactly what I wanted it to do. That was the big deal. So let me see here if I. So I will play the original, or not the original, my original mix, so you can hear the difference. I'm going to turn off. I'm going to change it to BPM only for now, and see. Syncs on. Not the beats, just BPM though. See, it's normally off right now. It's a little off. So it didn't catch it. Didn't catch it. Okay. It did not catch it. So you do need BPM and the other one on in order for it to work properly on sync. But that's really impressive. I am not going to lie to you. That is super impressive. Super impressive. Oh my God, that's impressive. Now, and I know there is one more feature. Let's see here. A lot of troubles. That's why I like the producers who do. Okay. That's it. Hey, get them there. I'd love to go into the wilderness and play an EDM set. You know, I live in modern times where there's power everywhere. Okay. What else do I need to test? Fluid beat grids, on point. Absolutely on point. Let's see here. So the maintain on song load, that was my cue for that one. That's the shake your groove thing one I want anyway. Okay. All right. Can it fix crossfader effects? Thank you. Crossfader effects. Okay. All right. Sync and tempo blend. All right. So let's give it a try. So we're going to turn off the sync on this one. Definitely not that one. I got to delete that one. That's not the one I wanted. This is also a thing for whatever reason. Every so often, the cue points don't line up correctly. And another thing that I don't like, which we're going to change right now, I don't like my cue points not being chronological. Can we change that? Can we change that to chronological? Auto chronological, I should say, not just chronological. Come on, Mac Joseph. Waiting on you. All right, so mix, fade. So we want to do. Is this on auto mix though? Let's see. Oh no, I know mix master. I know about that. But how do I get my cue points to be how do I put my cue points so they are chronological without me having to reset my cue points? That's my big question. How do we do that? All right. I'm assuming that this transition is the crossfader effect because there's many options here. But I don't know for sure, but probably not because it says manual at 2 bars, automatic at 2 bars, morph, start point automatic, song range, endpoint. Oh, so you can do it on your auto mix. You can do that from your auto mix. Matthew, because you can set your song ranges. I feel like that's okay. So, all right, let's get out of that one. Let's go back to crossfader and crossfader effects. Okay. I'm not seeing anything on here that tells me, that gives me options. So this is on. Auto play when moving crossfader. Okay. Hold on. All right, well, that didn't do it. All right, I need something that's simpler. Now, come on, guys. If you guys have been using it, where is it setting at so we can test it real quick? So then I can shoot my video later on. I mean, it's got to be here, but I'm missing where the neural mix will kick in. Change your view. Why do I need to change my view? If I need to change my view, that's a problem. Seriously, like I shouldn't need to change my view. We have 1 deck, auto mix, and 4 decks. Options, jog, vinyl, none. Okay. Ugh. All right. Waveform side or up. All right. So, do you have something checked to hide your software crossfader when DJ is hooked up to a controller? Nope, I don't. Oh, that part of view. Okay. You guys have to use bigger words. You're not using all your words. Oh, this is my mixer right here. It says external mixer. Maybe it's the Rev 7. He pressed somewhere on the crossfader for this option. Maybe it's on the Rev 7. Maybe it's a Rev 7 issue. Because that is an audio. Okay, none of that stuff. I thought that was in sound. Let me put internal mode. Well, I'm in internal mode because obviously I'm in internal mode. Let me because I guarantee you if I unplug this, let's see if it switches over. See? It just switched over. I think I should change the controller. Click the down arrow next to the fader. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm seeing it. Toggle that on at the top to test the effect. It's on. I can hear the difference, but I cannot do it with the rev. I'm gonna pop the rev back in and see if it overrides it. See how fast that was? You see how damn fast that was? So impressive. Yeah, it overrides it. So let's get a different controller. You can do it with the Rev 7. Go to internal mode. Okay. Where the hell is internal mode in this stupid thing? Oh, here we go. It says internal. It is internal. They're both internal. Settings, devices. But it says internal. Okay, devices. See, Mac Joseph? See, Mac Joseph? You see how he used his words? You see how it was easier? You see that when you use your words? All right, let's try this again. All right, everything's on. I need to find a beat. That has something that I would always love to scratch through. I'm thinking right now. Okay, but why isn't my fader working? My fader is not working. Why would the fader just stop? Okay. Internal sound, crossfader. I don't even see crossfader anywhere on here. Don't need that. An internal, main output, pre-queuing. That shouldn't matter either. I mean, at least they're on beat. I didn't even change anything. The beat is just on. Wait a minute. Well, the good news is the Neural Mix is on because right now the Neural Mix is on. I didn't turn on the I did not turn on the Neural Mix. Watch. My laptop is nowhere near DOA. All right. No, it is a Rev 7 issue. We just have to find where the crossfader is not working. Here's the thing. That's the crossfader. Look at it, man. I'm looking at the crossfader. I know the effect that I'm setting. I don't care about that. I get it. Neural Mix, vocal. That's perfect. Correct. Now, but my crossfader is inactive. I know my battery's low. That doesn't change anything. I'll plug it in a minute. Hey guys, you're looking at the wrong things. Okay? We're looking at the wrong things. Don't worry about it. All I'm saying, I'll plug it in. We still have 9%. That's 20 minutes. Crossfade the plug to the laptop. Crossfade the plug to the laptop. That's hilarious. You guys are full of jokes today. But my question exists. Why is my crossfader inactive? Because it's set to internal mode, and I don't think the Rev 7 likes it. Watch. And I'm saying this because I'm going to go grab the Rev 4, and we're going to see if the same problem exists. Honestly, that's the question. So hold on for half a second here while I get my plug before you guys freak out. All right, guys, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Cleveland Terry. I wanted to just do a quick video about this new unit. It's not out yet. It doesn't come out until
July 31st. It hits market. I have pre-order it pretty soon, though.
All right, so this is Tim. This is the man, runs this thing. They came out with an amazing product. I haven't tested it yet, but based upon what I'm seeing, this is one of those to beat.
It's a game changer.
Moving platters. It's $700.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing today?
This is gonna sell like hotcakes. So I'm gonna do a review, but tell me just real quickly, like, what made you guys decide to do something like this?
The history of DJing is vinyl, right?
Yeah.
And motorized jog wheels is the best we can get right now,
Right.
in terms of replicating that with a digital controller.
Right.
So the Impulse T7 is our shot at the motorized DJ controller market, and the largest, most premium controller we've ever made.
Okay.
And we're pricing it just like we price everything else in the Hercules lineup.
Super aggressive.
Competitively. Let's call it competitively.
I call it aggressive, he calls it competitively, fine.
We're targeting both, obviously, beginner DJs
Right.
who want to upgrade to a motorized platters,
Right.
or working DJs who want something small, want something portable,
Yeah.
want something that works with Strato Pro.
It has XLR out. Very important for a professional DJ that you have that. I'm impressed so far though.
You'll see more of the T7 real soon.
All right, guys, follow my YouTube because you know we're gonna do this review very, very soon. All right, see ya. Mobile DJ, that's you. Do yourself a favor. Okay, you guys happy? We're good. Now, okay. Max SPL says, yeah, very soon. Okay, so, one more question. We still haven't answered. Crossfader. So let's get another controller. We'll do the Flex 4. You're not going to be able to hear it because I don't have any RCA inputs up here. So sorry, guys. It is what it is. Actually, I'm going to use the Rev 1 instead. I use the Rev 1 just because, do I have a USB-C up here? I have a USB-C. Okay, hold on. Okay. USB-C it is. You're not going to tell me the Rev is not working with this guy yet, are you? Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we have no sound though, because I don't have RCAs for this particular port. All right. So right now, the effect is definitely on because every time I hit the crossfader, okay. All right, I got you now. Okay, so let's drop in. Perfect example. This is actually perfect because I have a track that I would normally come into on Step Into a World. All right, see if we can do this. Come on, beat. Okay. There we go. All right, here we go. I got to find an RCA. All right. I need to find a RCA so we can get this out there. I've already demonetized, so it is what it is. Oh, I know where it is. I know where a plug is. The question is, where did I put it? Oh, okay. I got it. I think. Here, one more video. Sorry, boys. One more video.
This is a journey into sound. This is a journey. This is a journey into sound.
Better. See, it's so funny because obviously this is the reloop, and it's the reloop. It is what it is. The Mix on 8. I did the review, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna send it back. They're like, okay, great. And they went to go send it back to me, and I'm like, I need a label or whatever, and nothing. No responses. All of a sudden, they were like hounding me like every week, like, hey, we need the reloop, we need the Mix on back, and I'm like, fine, I've done my review. I'm ready to send it back. And they're like, cool, we'll get it taken care of. We'll send you an email. Nothing, just radio silence. It's the oddest thing. So I still have a Mix on 8 here. But it's okay. This is the one I should be using anyway. All right, so all right. Interesting. Okay. Does not like, it's still trying to. It's me, Steezel, that has been doubted. I came to make you. Well, this is interesting. Hold on, let me bring it back to the beat. Because the beat is at 103, but the auto blend is changing my tempo. Now it's fine. Okay. Extra. All right. What I'm not getting is any audio from this one, unless it's on full on. So now you can hear it now. And I didn't change the BPM, so when it's in the center, it's doing its thing. Now, right now, there's words on this side, but because the fader's open, and now this one is just the beat. Okay, I see what it's doing now. That's actually dope. Just hold on, guys. Hold on. I've had the computer on. Now, where's the verse? Okay. So, right now, okay. All right, so that one's on Neuromix. Now, it's on Neuromix, which means we're hearing like through your microphone. It's going to the audio. Oh, sorry guys. My bad. This is what's going on. So right now it's set to Neuromix. I found the problem for why you're not hearing it anyway. So right now it's set to Neuromix vocal sustain. No, the copyright thing is gone now. I'm gonna have to redo the video anyway. Vocal sustain. So that means okay. So Okay. So what that means is on this track right here, which is Step Into a World, the first part of this song is just an acapella. So that's just the beat. And normally when the verse would come in, right here. So this is all words. But if I go all the way over, it does like a scratch effects type thing from Serato. But on this one, on Narrow Mix vocal, I'm queuing up and you can't hear anything. So let's take that off. Let's do vocal cut. This one's already instrumental. I mean, it's already an acapella, but I'll show it on the next one. Now, I haven't even touched the fader on this side. Okay. This is normally a beat. That's normally a beat. So it's only doing acapellas. Okay. So, all right. So drum swap. So that's just the drums. And that's just the harmonics. Obviously the tempo blend is what's overriding my cue because I'm not even messing with the pitch faders and it's adjusting itself. So I don't know if I love that. I guess if you're really just trying to be creative and not think about it, then you're fine. But it's I don't know. Sometimes when they take the ability away from you, you feel like you have no control. And in this case, so what I wanted to do was this. Hold on. All right, what I wanted to do. Still slow as hell. I hate that reset the pitch. I really do. All right, where is the... Okay. So what I've... I got to remember how this works compared to scratch thing too. It's reversed, so it messes with me. So what I want to be able to do is let's turn these back on, turn them off, I should say. What I want to be able to do, and because I'm just not used to this board as far as using the scratch effects, I mean, as far as using the stems, I want to be able to bring that beat in. And then if I want to mess with this side, and no beat. So that's what I want. That's what I was kind of hoping when they were showing the Nero mix sustain, but it's doing cool stuff. It's doing cool stuff. But so on this one, so is while I'm on the middle, when I'm in the middle, it's playing both. It's playing the instrumental on this one, but it depends on which side you started on, right? Watch. Where's my beat? That was on me. Yeah. That's weird. It's a weird. Let's try vocal cut instead. Try it one more time. I can still hear the sample playing a little bit. Thank you, Teddy. Appreciate that. So So it's very interesting. It's very interesting because it's cool if you're just trying to bring in an actual keyword or an actual sample, which is going to take you into the next song. Because it overrides the vocals on the other side. Which sometimes you just want the vocals to just kind of be able to isolate on this side, but you know, without having to do the stems. But I noticed you can't really go back and forth. I mean, you can scratch your part in, which is going to mute this side, but once you come over here, you. See? So right now, if I wanted to bring back that beat in, I'm just scratching right now on the record. And this side over here is where the beat is. That's where the beat is. But there's also words on that part, but you can't hear them because it's isolating the track to only be vocals. See? Curious. I wonder what happens if I instant double. Interesting. That's weird. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. I like the feature. I guess in the drum, it's interestingly, there isn't a there's a vocal cut and a vocal sustain, but I don't just have a beat on here. We don't just have a beat one. We have the drum beat, drum swap, but it only swaps out the drums. So, I mean, that's a cool feature. Oh. So the beat's gone. So it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. I like the options. I just feel like there should be a way to custom. Okay, so hold on. So we got transition. This is like an auto. That's auto transition. Okay, let's bring that back. So I would love a little more control over what it is that my crossfader does. That's kind of my only thing. You're limited, and limited is a strong term because you're limited, but in reality, it's giving you more than a lot of other ones are doing. So that's great. I also don't love the fact that there's a drop down. I'd have to MIDI map. And can you MIDI map this little thing right here? Because certain things I'd want to use it for and other things I wouldn't. So I need a way to activate and deactivate that function, like smooth echo on a Rev 7. You know, like if I got to go into settings or if I got to reach my thing to hit it, it's not going to be as obvious for me using it versus other people. I can't speak for everybody, but you know, I like things to be on the controller. So right now it's set to on. Well, let's turn it off. Yeah, and there's no indication. Another thing that there's no indication on, which is weird, is silent Q. Like silent Q is on right now. It's on the keyboard. I mean on the reloop. On the reloop it's on. But for whatever reason, there's no indication on the software. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, there's no indication on the software. It seems like a little bit of an oversight. Like I think that, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so I don't know if you can MIDI map those options up there, but if you could, that would go a long way to what it is. But the key things here that have been really, really impressive is the fluid beat grids are outstanding. Stems 2.0 for DJay, outstanding. The crossfader things, it's good because what it does is it takes away your need to have to, you know, think about throwing in an echo or whatnot. So I can go into here and change. I keep hitting Euro Mix when I don't want to, and do like, I mean, I guess the EQ is probably the best option. Okay. So that's one thing I've been noticing, and I don't know whose fault it is, but I keep loading up tracks and the tempos are way off what they're supposed to be on. And then I have to reset it and then it goes fine. But if I'm loading a track and I know I turned off maintain tempo on load, but if I'm loading a track and my pitch is at +4, it shouldn't be down to 77. That doesn't make any sense. You should remember what your normal thing is. So that's a little weird to me. But all right, effects. I know these beats don't work. Okay. So EQ is clean. Filter. That's way too aggressive. Yeah, that's too aggressive. Especially if you're not using a cross fader with a slow fade. Too aggressive. Yeah. See, all of these require your fader to be to be not sharp. That's an issue for me. Not for everybody, for me. Yeah, so I guarantee you if I change my crossfader to regular, crossfader effects, autoplay. Oh, we already went through that. Where's that stupid thing at? There we go. All right, let's see. No, it's still aggressive. That's really interesting. Smooth fader cut. Well, I mean, isn't that what I had it set to? I mean, default is pretty normal, but we'll do linear. It's still doing sharp. So where am I missing it, guys? Where am I missing it? So this doesn't matter at all. Let's see here. Set CC to linear. It's what it was. Well, I mean, I don't think it's going to do anything, to be honest with you. Where is that at? It was on linear. Yeah. So that's what I went to next. See? So it's not doing anything on that one. Something is overriding it. So let's check Neuromix again. Okay. So, good question. Yep. The EQ is the only one that fades properly. And it doesn't really either. It doesn't really either. So, I don't know. It could be me. You are on cut still. I already changed it from cut. That was in the settings. The first thing I did. You guys have me thinking I'm crazy when I know I'm literally in here. Look, it's set to cut right now, but I had it set to default. Then I moved it to linear. And volumes are down. Yep. Still doing the same thing. Hold on. Yeah. yeah, so it's a little weird. And USB-C hub, it could be, but it shouldn't tell us from the crypto. Yeah. So look, guys. I mean, there are going to be some things, and girls, there are going to be some things that are going to come up that that are not going to work exactly how they intended. You know, I like the coolness of like the automatic acapella, you know, but you're kind of stuck, and it's a one-way street. It's a one-way street. So if I'm doing the Neural Mix vocal cut,
oh yeah. Still.
because what you can't do so like right there, I'm trying to beat juggle. This side is still acting like there's no problem. So it's just because it's just the setting. It's just what it is. So I think it's important for me. Like what I would do is I would have the Neural Mix setting on, and I would hopefully try to MIDI map this FX crossfader on toggle. I'd MIDI map that so I didn't have to go into this every time to turn it on or turn it off, because that's kind of silly to me. And remember, because every controller is different, like I can't even use that setting on my Rev 7. It's maybe it's something that they didn't see or notice, because I believe, oh, wait a minute. The Rev 7's crossfader is separate. The Rain 1's crossfader is not separate from the software. So I guess my question is that maybe why it can't MIDI the crossfader? I don't know, but it's not working on the Rev 7. Is the Rev 5 qualified yet? Have they updated for the Rev 5, DJ? Huh? You don't need to see all these people texting me. Okay. All right. Not yet. Okay. Professor BX in the building. What's going on, fam? So yeah, on any controller, the Mixon 8, the Flex, the Rev 4, Flex 4, Rev 1, sorry. All working, but the Rev 1 crossfader doesn't seem to like it. Just for that. And it would be perfect for that too. So hopefully they get that figured out. That's an issue. But having said all of that, this is a really damn good update. Like, it's a really good update. Sean's here in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Like, besides my little quirks, and I know these are specific to me because, like, as I was saying, you know, like, see, I'm not getting any of that Rev 7 pitch issue while I'm scratching. So it could be just as simple as a Rev 7 thing. And I know some people are in the background trying to fix some of these things, but you know, algorithm DJ is a different thing. But that's really the only issue that I have. And because I do use, and obviously they need to they need a T7. They need to get that T7 out there. Because I do use my Rev 7 a lot. And strangely enough, because I'm, maybe they're just selling Mixon controllers. maybe. I think that because, I use a lot of Pioneer DJ stuff, obviously. I know that it works with some controllers and doesn't work on others. So like it'll work on the SRT 1000, but I don't believe it works in the Record Box 1000. I don't believe that they have done, let's go to the website here. All right, let's see what they got. How many times do I have to accept the same damn cookies? All right. Okay. So it does the 1000, does the SRT, but the 1000 Record Box one, what's the quirk of it? Waveforms on joggable displays, echo and noise sound, blah, 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 on your master channel. Okay. So it works on that. It works on the Rev 7. Obviously, you're not getting the waveforms. It does. There's one that it doesn't work on. I mean, obviously, it doesn't work on the T7 yet. So waiting on the Rev 5. Flux 4, Rev 1. So, that's what it is. I knew I was being crazy. I know I've been crazy. That's not the issue. The computer version works on a lot of stuff. The iOS version is the one that doesn't. So if I move to iOS, you can see here, no 1000s. It only works on computer mode. And obviously, the Flex 10 still needs to operate too. So you're a little more limited if you're using iOS than you are if you're using the Mac. But I'm saying here, it's really good, and if I wasn't using the Rev 7 and it didn't have its quirks, it would be amazing. I love that it takes my Serato crates, so I don't have to spend time working on new crates because that drives me nuts. So I can just use that. It'll open it up and work just fine. I do love that. I might even use it tomorrow. I got a gig. And the good news about this gig is it fluctuates. So I'm going on in between the band. So it'll be, 20 minutes once, 30 minutes another, 10 minutes another. But because of that, if something does go wrong, or if I'm like, I hate this, I can switch back to Serato and not even think about it. So I do love that. I'm super impressed. It's for me specifically, in order for me to move. That is true, Matt, but I'm trying to show my ass in this party. And I don't scratch nearly as good on the Mixon that I do on the Rev 7. So that's the problem. And again, like I said, I like the Mixon. It's quirky for me. Like for me, I feel like I'm hitting a lot of buttons or trying to find a lot of buttons because of the way it's set up. So it's just, it's not for everybody. But the Rev 5, the Rev 7, I would definitely take those. So I can go back and forth on it. I still have to do some MIDI mapping. I don't love, because I'm used to Serato's stems, the DJay stems are backwards. So with Serato, like the top ones, if you press the button, because you have standard stems and then you have stem EQ on the bottom. If you press the button, so if I press the left button, that's my vocals. And if I do that, it does a solo of the vocals. On DJay, it's backwards. So it messes with me a lot. So, and again, it's not backwards to them. It makes perfect sense to them, but it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna have to re-MIDI map some stuff. But besides that, and the little warble on the scratch, which I know most people won't hear, but I hear it, so it bugs me. And I don't know if we're ever going to see a complete 1-to-1 fix on it. I don't know. And as I was hearing, they're saying it happens on the Rain 1 too. I should grab the Rain 1. It's actually in my son's son's bedroom. I'm sure it does the same thing when you're scratching. So I guess if you're not a scratcher, and it's perfect. Fluid beat grids, amazing. Amazing. The fact that I no longer have to think about adjusting for DJay, invert crossfader will not help me on this. It's not a crossfader issue. It's a stems issue. So that wouldn't help. Software takeover mode. Yeah, definitely. I will definitely tell them that. Yeah, the things that I would tweak is the software takeover mode. I mean, a lot of things you can turn off, but the tempo, I hate the reset. I want it to just be where I want it to be. If I'm on -8 and I load a song, I want that to be at -8 in the song. That's a lot. That's pretty much it. And then they can tweak the crossfader a little more as far as the crossfader effects, just to make it a little more. I want to be able to go back and forth. Like I said, it's a one way, and it's fine if you're only going one way, but I go both ways. Let's hope. Hey, I mean, they listened to me about the silent Q. So, I mean, I'm going to tell them, but it's good. It's really, really good. And, I mean, the bottom line here is, it is, you got it. It is a good looking thing now. I don't take off. Like it's a really good looking software now. I mean, it was fine before, but now there's some clarity to it that wasn't there before. Let's see what else I can remove. What goes away when I do that? Oh, yeah, I don't need. Yeah, it's just good. Yeah, like this is how I would normally work it. This is kind of my Serato way. And I know jogs are not important, but I need to see them. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's good. Sampler has one gain for all samples. Oh, you can't control them. You can't go into the system and change the samples. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I see that. What about here on the... Okay. Huh. Interesting. Another thing, another thing. Professor BX, this one is for you, which I'll tell them too. The auto loop on the Rev 7 doesn't work in DJay. If you press that auto loop button, it does nothing. So that's a little bit of an issue too. If I want to hit the auto loop button, you can't do it. I mean, I'm sure I can MIDI map it, but it's weird that it's not by default. That's really weird to me. Test it on yours, BX, and let me know. Okay, what do I have here? Okay, I have a conference call. Anyway, Yeah, it's very weird. But that's it. That's it. But it's a good program. Don't think. I mean, they do have. I think they have save loops. I mean, save loops. Yeah, there they go. Yeah, they're there. I mean, obviously they won't transfer from Serato, but that's a little bit of an issue. So little tweaks here and there, and I'm on the they have the developer versions, and I know there's an update. I don't know exactly what it is, but there is an update. What is it? DJay Pro 5 plus Rev 1 sending comment makes perfect sense. Anything that is purely controller based, I think it's shining. It's absolutely shining. But there's some people need a little more. This show made me feel better. I'm glad I can help out. But this is good because I could talk my way through the review and then actually do the review on the software. It's almost there. It is almost there for me. Almost. I mean, it's almost there. Serato 1.1 and SB. Did they take the AI out? That's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't need NeuroMix to be so prevalent. I can't take off NeuroMix? Huh. I can't hide NeuroMix. I mean, I get it. It's their main bread and butter here, but very strange that I can't just mute it away. Stems are better, but Tidal has now stems. This doesn't have stems. Well, let's see. I'm in a. Well, that one loaded fine. That one loaded at the right tempo. Oh, look. The buttons don't even react. They just sit there. That's hilarious. That's weird. It almost makes you feel like your buttons are broken. And then when I hit the button, that's what pops up every time. So it's like a deactivation. That's hilarious. Yeah. I get it. And to be honest with you, I think we all like technology and we all like the future and we all like what's going on, but I don't use Tidal as my main thing. It's a, oh, I don't have this song, let me play it type thing. So it doesn't really matter to me that it doesn't have stems because it's supposed to be a one-off. I think it matters to BeatSource more because obviously, their whole claim or their plan is for you guys to be using the BeatSource database. Like you're just on their stuff all the time using the offline folder. So I think they stand to be hurt more by this than Tidal does. So, I mean, BeatSource still has it for now. So we'll see if the industry gets on them too. We'll see. All it's telling me is that I'm just so much farther from Apple Music than ever. Have I updated to Serato 3.1? I don't think so. I love how fast Serato opens and closes though. Is it 1 o'clock yet? I have a 1 o'clock call. Let's see here. And then I'm going to get off. I mean, I'm still waiting for Serato. Still waiting. Oh, I didn't check to see which one I was on. That helps. 3.01. Is that the one? 3.01? Still works. Still works. Still works. Now, of course, look, I know everybody has their problems and, virtual DJ is the best and look, Serato needs work. It does. It does need work. Well, I thought I updated. Let's just see. I updated recently, but I can update again. I don't care. Oh, 3.1. I thought maybe I already downloaded it. What is it giving you, by the way? Oh, stem support on official Serato accessories, which I don't use. Sonoma support. Okay. And Pioneer Rev 5 support. It had Rev 5 support anyway. That's recent updates. So there's nothing in here besides stems. So that's the way of like getting around. Hey guys, it works with all your extra add-ons that didn't work on before. I mean, without having to like probably MIDI map it. Sonoma support. I don't plan on updating to Sonoma yet. VDJ has a pickup, remember settings. Yep, you're right. By the way, that pickup, remember settings, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. That's a me thing. I did that. So you're welcome. VDJ can export stems. Well, yeah, I mean, but so can Neuromix. And also, I mean, technically, so can Serato. You just have to do it in real time. Well, no, technically no. Oh, okay. Hold on. No, you're right. You're right. VDJ is a pirate though. So that makes sense. They're all about just like doing what they're not supposed to do. So you are right. I do have a call. Yeah. Now, the question that I have, and then I'm getting off, because it says 12:59 on mine. The question that I have is, why would I use Virtual DJ as a stem exporter instead of using like a dedicated stem exporter that's going to have a better sound? Because I still use Ripix and it still sounds better than every single one out there. Not every single one out there, but every single DJ stem software. So, that's an issue. Anyway, yeah, I do. I think it's not even a call. I think it is a Google Meet. Oh, my second one is a Google 4 to 4:30, 4:30 to 4. Trying to see. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, just got to make a phone call. Anyway, guys, and girls and whomever you qualify as. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Went longer than expected. Every time we do these demos, they become more scatterbrained, but I'm very impressed with DJay. Just tell these people to follow you. Can you just log on and ask me the questions there? Thank you. Anyway, hopefully I don't get worse. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into a sinus infection because I am flying on Sunday. I got gigs tomorrow. I got gigs Saturday, and I fly at like the crack of dawn to Boston. Hopefully you guys will be at the Harvest Festival. The Harvest of Sound convention. Oh man, we have a Harvest Festival here too. I don't know if you guys have Harvest Festivals. So if you guys are there, come by, hang out. Yeah, neti pot's a good idea. And I have a nebulizer too, because, you know, my stuff always turns into like bronchitis if I don't treat it accordingly. Anyway, gotta go, peeps. No problem, Pablo. We'll talk again. I know, seriously, T Diesel. Anyway, so I will see you guys. If I don't see you, we'll talk next Thursday. Am I around next Thursday? Yes, we will talk next Thursday. I work a Friday gig, unless that changes too. So, all right, y'all, have great parties. We'll talk soon. Peace out.